This program is brought to you by FanDuel, where we give sports fans the chance to win every day.
Yeah. Check this out. We back. Media Day is back. We here to break it down like a fraction. Get with us.
First took away. That's for this. Get your money's worth now.
Yo, listen, before we even get into the show, let's get this out of the way right now. FanDuel odds is out for Defensive Player of the Year, 25-26. Boy, Herb Jones is a plus 20,000. Hey, I'm just saying, if you like the odds on that, you might come up. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? They got some names on the list, but we ain't worrying about them because it's a Pelican show. But check this out. I'm here with my dogs, man. I got Ross in the building. You know what I'm saying? Long time no see, my brother. How you doing?
Just living the dream over here. Living the dream. I can't even complain.
I feel like
I wish I could. So I like to complain, but I can't. I really can't.
Well, I don't know if you saw the Saints play, but
see, that's why, because I was smart. I didn't even watch.
All right.
I knew what was coming.
We got the mile mark in the building. Hammond America's home. You know what I'm saying? Mile 5. What's good, partner?
I'm chilling, bro. Listen, this is probably the best pork chop I've had in some time, bro. I am starving, but this, hey man, I can't tell you where I got it from. I got it from out the kitchen.
Okay.
You ain't got somebody making you something in the kitchen.
Yeah.
That ain't my problem.
Yeah. That ain't my problem.
You know,
Big Mama, your arm.
Huh?
Nah, man.
Big Mama, your arm. That's crazy.
Nah, man, I'm good, man. Shout out to the pork chops around the world. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Jared. Yeah, bro, we got new sponsors, bro. Well, I mean, ain't technically new, but you know what I'm saying? But also shout out to the other sponsors, Taz, John, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing running like a deer, baby. Taz, man. We got FanDuel, you already know, and of course, we got Scott Vicknair. They fighting for the win. Holla at them 504-500-1111. Say y'all, Media Day came back around. What you about to say?
Hold on, before we go into Media Day, listen, John Deere, if you're listening, bro, runs like a deer. I run.
Talk to
him. We can make this a thing.
We could.
I'm just waiting on you. I'm just waiting on you. That's all I'm saying. I am waiting on you.
You need me to have their people get in touch with your people.
Yeah.
And then we'll let those people talk.
Let those people talk. Ross got it. This is why you need people like Ross. This is why you need. You know he gonna get the business clear.
Yeah, he go. Ross go. Hey, if y'all don't know nothing about Ross,
yeah,
Ross go get this cleared up.
Him and his player partner Justin Napoli. Oh yeah,
yeah. Coach Knapp. Hey, you put Coach. Hey, Coach.
They are gonna find a way.
Coach Knapp don't mess around. Hey, John,
I went in there on Friday and watched Coach Knapp run an official fall practice with the basketball squad.
I heard.
Right, I'm supposed to mention that.
Man.
Unofficial.
Unofficial. I ain't hear nothing.
Unofficial.
I ain't hear nothing.
It was a glorified pickup game, but he had him looking strong in preseason, coach. Looking strong.
Coach Knapp in the building, man. Coach Knapp in the building.
I've seen you before, Napoli. I've seen you before. I know you're tight.
Coach Knapp in the building, man. John Deere, I need that ride lawnmower. Holla at me. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
We got
listen,
get right.
I've seen his yard.
Yeah.
The boy official.
Yeah, I need that.
Boy official.
I need that. Grassman. Yeah, that's me. Hey, listen. What Kyle talking about? Kyle said, I gained a level of respect for y'all for the way y'all been trying to spin this. Kyle, we turned over a new leaf, dog.
Yeah.
We turned over a new leaf, bro. Like we strictly about nourishing, you know what I'm saying, the environment and the foundation, just trying to be better people, bro. Like we don't want no smoke. We don't want no smoke with the organization. We just trying to, what brings us back to Media Day, y'all. So, you know what I'm saying? I got some topics I won't talk about, but Savage, what up? But I want to ask y'all, where do y'all want to start with Media Day? Do you want to start with Joe with Joe Dumars' expectations for us, or do you want to start with player expectations? And then I can figure out how we gonna navigate the show.
Let me come on you first. I'm trying to figure out why in the hell is Joe Dumars talking tomorrow and not on Tuesday.
Well, let's start there. In the words of let's start there. Why that was actually my first question. Why? What is that? What is happening? What is that about?
What you mean? You speak? What is Joe Dumars gonna say on Monday?
Exactly.
That can't wait until Tuesday.
Does that not draw your ire? Is that not like what in the world is happening?
You know why it doesn't draw my ire? I kind of like the way Joe moves.
Okay.
I haven't liked some of the trades, like some of the actual like basketball moves, but just in general, I like the way Joe operates. Like Joe feels like a guy like you might not want to get too comfortable around.
Okay.
And I don't know if I'm taking that the right way, but I just know that like I kind of take some of this stuff as a breath of fresh air compared to what we've been used to.
Yeah.
And I don't totally understand, to Five's point, why he's speaking a day early, but it draws my attention enough that it's like, oh shit, maybe he might not want to get too close to people. Like Joe's doing stuff that makes you nervous. If you were around, you should be like, oh, hey, we better not mess around.
What? Well, that was based. One of my questions was based. Go ahead.
No. Before you, I don't know where you're going.
Yeah,
I'm telling you. Now Joe is a smart man. Like I don't know if he thinks he's the smartest man in the room, but he moves with intention. This isn't like by mistake. Joe's gonna say something on Monday, and people will have to answer on Tuesday. So you can't hide from it. Because if I said it on Tuesday, I didn't hear him say it. No.
Yeah.
If he said it on Monday, I know for sure you heard it. I'm excited.
That's exactly where my head went. It was like this was done on purpose, and it was done with intention, and it was done like in my it was like you just perfectly said it. Like it was done with he's gonna put something in the back of somebody's mind, and when they're answering questions on Tuesday, they're gonna be like, "Damn, Joe was talking some nonsense on Monday. I better it's gonna be that type of thing. Like, well, let me not say the wrong thing."
Yeah. So that I mean, y'all kind of answered this, but the question was based on how David Griffin handled media in the past. Do you expect Joe to set a different tone? And obviously, the answer is yes, because he's doing this shit on a whole different day. Like I'm not even talking with these guys; they're talking after I speak. They following up. They basically following up to me. Like look, this is my shit. So I guess like transparency, Ross, you talked about transparency with Joe, like you like how you running things. What should fans expect in terms of messaging and transparency from Joe tomorrow?
Well, look, I think you're going to get more. I think you'll get more honesty in terms of like what the expectations are. Like Griff would say things in such a convoluted, weird way that you were like, I don't know what he said, and I don't know what he means, and I don't know whether he's speaking in some kind of weird riddle where things are going to be more serious this year or what. Like Joe's just not going to do that, and I think what you're going to get is he is going to use this almost like a State of the Union type situation, or what a State of the Union should be, I guess. Now they just get up there and bicker and do whatever they do, but I don't mess with politics. But it's going to be more of a situation of like he's going to set legitimate expectations, and those expectations are going to have to be met, like by everyone. And I like that, for better or for worse. Like, is he going to make all the right moves? I think we've already seen the answer to that is no. But I don't care about that. If you set a level of professionalism and expectations, and you define right now, starting today, because they start practice, I think, on Wednesday.
Oh, word.
Like,
okay.
Yeah, practice starts this week. So it starts now, as far as I'm concerned. And I think that's kind of what he's gonna say. Like, I'm in charge. We're gonna do things different. We're gonna be more serious. There's gonna be a level of accountability, and there's gonna be a level of expectation of winning that everyone's gonna have to abide to. And if not, have them call.
Yeah. I like that. I like that. Five, you feel like Joe will emphasize accountability and a winning standard more than Griff did?
He just won't be a liar, right? Like, at the end of the day, like, I don't know if, I'm not saying like he isn't a winner, because Joe has won on every level he's been at, right? But at least when he says something, I can truly believe it. He doesn't have time to, lack of a better word, like, bullshit you. Like, there's no need to bullshit the media. He's in no predicament to do so. There's no need to fool them. Like, the Pelicans are one of the worst organizations in the league. There's no need to change. Like, you're at the bottom. So why lie about it? Like, he knows what we know. So I think he's gonna, set expectations like, hey, we want to be this. And demand his players and his staff and this organization to get to that point. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So comparing him to Griff, like, I could just believe what Joe is telling me. He doesn't have to lie to. He ain't got a lot of kick it.
He ain't got a lot of kick it. I feel
he
like
ain't got a. Joe don't seem like the type that, when in his younger days that he had to flash money to get what he wanted.
Yeah.
He just had to be like, hey, this is what I want. You about it? You say yes, good. If you don't say yes, if you say no, hey, I'm out. That's the kind of person I like to be around.
Hey, man, shout out to Joe. Go ahead.
We've said this much times. Sorry to cut you off, Lito, but like, I just think he's going to set that. And again, you got to understand, I'm not saying that he's going to do everything right, because you could have every intent of winning and still not make the appropriate choices that ultimately lead to winning, because it's really difficult to do in the NBA. But what I do like, and what I think Joe's going to do, is kind of sort of similar to what he did in Detroit, right? Like, there was a point in Detroit where Joe went through, I think, like 7 head coaches in like 8 years or something, or 9, like some obscene amount of coaches, like 7 coaches in 10 years. That's the type of like, hey, if you don't get the job done, we trying something else. And I think that's like, when I talk about like he's going to set an expectation, I think that's the expectation he's going to set. Like, either you're going to get the job done, or you're going to give your best effort to get the job done, or we moving on. Like, we're not messing around anymore.
Yeah, ain't no need to mess around.
This
need to
question,
play around.
My bad, Five.
No, go ahead. I ain't saying nothing.
No, this question for both of y'all. Should Joe use media day as a reset expectations for the franchise? Like, what I'm saying, keep it low key, or do you think he'll just let the player speak on that?
I don't think he should let the players speak on it, right? Like, that shouldn't be their job, right? Like, no one's in a predicament, or in a position to say like, hey, this, from a player's perspective, to really say what this team is going to be. Joe should say that. I mean, this is Joe's first media day as president of basketball operations for the Pelicans. He should stamp that. And then the players should follow until he realizes and feels like the players have assumed said leadership roles. Then they can say whatever they want, but not until that point.
Well, what you think, Ross?
Yeah, I mean, like who would be that person anyway, right? I mean, it's not there's no one on this current group has proven that you're going to be the person that's going to set a level of like a standard. Like, who is that person? They don't exist. So Joe, I mean, Five's exactly right. Like, Dumars has to go in there and set the expectations. And and look, to be fair, like you said, like, reset. I mean, they've been terrible. Like, there's nothing to reset. Keep it a buck. You're starting at the bottom. Like, get serious, set some real standards around what you want to see from a professionalism perspective, an effort perspective, and a basketball perspective, and that's a wrap. Like, keep it moving. And if people aren't meeting that, when you're bad, this is the beauty about being bad. Okay, that's kind of how I feel about the Saints. The beauty of being bad in pro sports is that nothing should be safe. Nothing is sacred. Like, churn it. What you're doing isn't working over time. You should be beholden to no one.
I'm asking that because you see the other organization across the way, and they had the ability to launch a soft reset, and they didn't spin it that way. And not, that's a we ain't gonna talk about them because I don't want to upset myself. Let me ask this question real quick from Savage. No, not getting into that, my boy. Not getting into that. Let me ask y'all this: how much the front, based on what Joe says tomorrow, does that shape the way you view the season? Like, go ahead, Follw.
No, to that, like, I think it's good that Joe will set expectations, but people will take those expectations, good or bad, and hold people accountable for said expectations.
Yeah.
The president of basketball operations is going to set this standard like, hey, we want to win X amount of games, or we want to do this. And when you do or don't do said thing that you said, something has to change. And for, Griff's tenure, he would say things, people would try or not try to hold him to said standard, and nothing else would change. Like, you didn't move Brandon when things went bad. You didn't move Zion when things went bad. You just doubled down and tripled down and quadrupled down on the same exact process. Hopefully, looking forward, like, Joe won't do that. He'll set the standard, and if guys succeed, great, good. If guys don't succeed, things should change. That's all we're probably asking for here.
Real. I want to move on to like player expectations. Before we do that though, I want to say there's 259 people in here. Shout out to you if you're watching on Twitter. Shout out to you if you're watching on YouTube. And I do want to say before we get any further in the show, we're gonna do a little Joe Dumars recap tomorrow night about 8:00 too. So pull up on us, you know what I'm saying? And then you can expect us media day Tuesday night too. So before, you know what I'm saying, just wanted to set the tone there. Now let me ask y'all this. Player specific, like, who are you interested in hearing from the most on media day?
I'll let you run this from Ross.
That's a good question.
Really is.
I mean, look, the obvious answer is Zion, but I don't. I guess for me, Zion, because I do partly want to hear. I mean, it sounds like him and Dumars have had some kind of conversations in the offseason. There has been some kind of like correspondence back and forth. He's been here, which is like different than in previous offseason. So I mean, I guess I want to hear about some of that stuff. Other than him, like, I don't know. I mean, like, maybe Jordan Poole around like what he thinks, kind of just his own expectations for himself. I think in a new situation where he's going to be asked more of, I could see some interesting questions for somebody like him. But like, I don't know. I mean, I feel like what you're going to get from Trey and Herb and some of the other Looney. I mean, some of those cats. I don't. But yeah, I guess really Zion and Poole probably are the top two for me.
If we're talking tier 1, it's Jordan Poole for me, and if we're talking tier 2, it's Dairy Queen. Okay. I need to know what your summer was like. I need to know if you were able to, still be in shape regardless of your hand injury. What did you work on? That sort of thing. Zion is Zion, whatever, but Jordan Poole and Dairy Queen, those are the two for me.
You make a good point on Queen because Dumars, I mean, he didn't pull any punches when he said, "Oh boy, well, yeah, his legs are fine." So that's when we're like, you got to show up and shit. This is what I mean by like he's gonna say things like that set expectations. Where it was like, yeah, I mean, I don't remember if that was when he did the Saints interview or whatever it was, but like, people hear that kind of stuff. So if a dude like that rolls up in bad shape, that's not a good look. That's not going to be a good look.
What I guess this would probably, I could kind of guess the answer to this question, but just trying to see what y'all think. What storyline you think will dominate media day?
Give me a minute.
Yeah. Oh, but I know you said. I know you talking to us.
Nah, Jack asked me for a goddamn cookie. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back.
You good. Ross, what story you think? What story you think will dominate media day?
What story do I think should or do I think will? Because I think the story that should dominate media day is something along the lines of is Willie Green on the hot seat. That should be anybody that's in that building should be asking questions. I mean, Joe Dumars should have to address that tomorrow. Like, what are the expectations on your coach? What do you expect from him if certain levels aren't I think those kind of things have to be asked. That for me is what should be the storyline. I think probably what will be the storyline is something like, some combo of what are you going to do to keep, have you put anything in place to keep players on the court? Mm-hmm. So there'll be some kind of injury twist. And then I think there should be, again, with some of the changes you've made in the offseason, are you going to change the style of basketball that you're going to play? Are we going to be looking at the same boring product? Or now that you've moved on from some players, you've brought in a new crop of players like Jordan Poole and CJ McCollum do not play the same style of basketball. You've brought in a different center. So there should be some basketball questions that have to get answered on, are we going to play a different style of basketball? Are we going to try and get up and down the court? Like what are you going to do defensively? Your defensive makeup has changed. Are you going to be able to handle? Yeah. I mean, it's that kind of stuff you've got to, it'd be nice to get some answers on that type of thing.
What you think, Follw? What storyline do you think will dominate media day?
First, let me answer this question. Denzel, one of my partners had a brand a minute ago. I don't even know if he's still running. It's a local brand. It definitely ain't a Tampa Bay hat. But either way, storyline that should. It'll probably be Zion, but the one that should is Willie Green. I don't know if that's what Ross was talking about. Willie Green's answers, right? And specifically, I hope someone asks. I'm trying to figure out a way to get us back in the building. Guys, I'm working. I promise. I'm working on it. But I need to know what his principles are.
Who is this, Willie?
Yeah. I want to know what are Willie Green's, what are his principles? And I don't mean let's play hard. I truly mean, what are the principles of your basketball team? If all things are equal, if effort was equal, what are you going to do schematically, night in, night out, that will be consistent and tell, hey, this is what our team will do at a high rate? But hopefully someone prefaces that question by saying, without saying effort, without saying enthusiasm or force. Shout out to 504 Boy. Without saying those words, we need schematics, plan, scheme, game plan, real things.
This is a great question. We're not gonna deep dive into this, but 504 Boy, stay tuned for this. We'll see. I just want to say that. Shout out to Grub though. If I don't want to ask this question. I want to refute that a little bit though, because we going in a year. What is this, year 5 for Willie Green? And we still don't know what his coaching principles are. We don't know what a coaching philosophy is, other than play with force, or give him credit. Like we don't have a basketball philosophy. I mean, ain't nothing. The old saying is it's a lot of old sayings, but whatever one I choose to pick is if it ain't showing up all this time, it ain't done.
Nah, man. We all been kids before, right?
Yeah.
And things we've done in front of other people, we wouldn't dare do in front of our parents.
Right.
Right? You know what I mean? You go by your friend's house and his mama not there. You probably saying every cuss word in the world. But as soon as you cross that threshold in front of your parents,
you gotta button up.
Oh, yeah, you got to button up. I want Willie Green to dig his own grave in front of Joe. That's my purpose in this. I want you to say, okay, cool. Someone's going to ask you, what are your principles? Say it now. And I want you to be in line with what Joe probably said the day before. Because I hope someone asks that to Joe on Monday. So they can ask the same thing to Willie on Tuesday. That's what my thought process would be. Because I need to know if they're aligned. Which is
I want you to expound on this because I literally we didn't talk about this, but one of the questions I had was, what do you expect to hear from Willie Green in terms of team identity going into the season? You good. Bro, you're good. I don't know what to tell you. I just and that's the reason why I said it, because again, there's been a lack of identity. Bro, the playing style varies day to day. Going into year 5, day to day. What could possibly change over a summer for him?
The thing being that's so right, bad though, when you're so bad, and you don't have one, it's easy to get one. Right? You can just pick one now.
Yeah.
You could, and I always think about the process of not having one. It's easy to say based on our based on who was healthy or who was in the lineup, we couldn't do what we wanted to do. No, you can't do that anymore because now you got to pick one. And if you don't succeed at doing that, now there's reasons to fire you.
If I'm gonna be honest, and I do want to get into some of the players' perspective. I really feel like Joe. We could talk about the Queen trades, and we could talk about how that impacts the future. I really feel like Joe not firing Willie day one was just a fumble from an organizational standpoint. I know he's familiar with Willie, but being in the league office, being around, Ross said he's fired 7 coaches. You could smell a bad coach from near far. Anyways, my bad.
No,
Go ahead.
I don't think you're wrong. I don't think you're wrong in that. But I also do think that there's a couple different things. He probably has a relationship with Willie Green. Maybe he was led to believe that Griff was more of a problem and that caused Willie to have a bad system. Maybe he thinks he could help Willie. I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong for a black man giving another black man another chance. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say that. I wouldn't be that black man, but I'm not that black man though. I'm not mad at him for doing that.
Yeah.
But can't save them all.
Yeah, that's Mr. Window.
I don't need to elaborate, but sometimes you just can't save them.
That's Mr. Window. Save them. Yeah. But he'll window shop.
I'm more, we're people that have been super close to this situation. He's been watching from afar. There's no way for him to day one be like, I'm gonna fire you without having somebody in mind that he actually wants to hire.
And look, to be fair, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, bro.
And I was just saying, and to be fair, if priority number one was hey, get the Zion thing in order, get the Zion thing in order. Because if that doesn't work, then who cares, right? We got time to fire the coach. We got time to rebuild all that stuff. So if that was see if you can fix that first, because if that fails, it all fails. I think it all, not it all fails, but we're starting over anyway. That for me is why I can understand. I think from a certain perspective of well, let's just see. Let's see because if we get the Zion thing right and he shows up and is healthy and is playing to the potential up to his potential and it still doesn't work, well then it's easy. Then it's easy to can it. Then you gotta put the blame somewhere else.
Yeah. I just want to say in the time that we're doing this, Jay Electronica has dropped his 4th album of the weekend. Wow.
I
don't know. Shout out to Uptown though. But I want to ask y'all this in terms of like, nah, I'm tired of talking about Willie Green. I want to ask y'all, I want to retract a bit and go back to Joe Dumars before we get into other players. Do y'all think that with the Smoothie King lease being up in 2029 that Joe is going to touch on that subject of the arena, like what the plans is for that?
Yeah, I would hope so. I hope somebody asks. I mean, not that it's not important, but it ain't like high on the totem pole of importance. Whether Pelicans play basketball, yeah, like, but it might be like question number 8 and out of 10, right? Like someone needs to ask that question because that tells you the fate of this franchise, and hopefully there's a plan in essence, and he can kind of answer that, tomorrow.
What you think, Russ?
I'm almost indifferent on that one. That to me feels like an ownership, and they can still ask it. And if Joe is like real with him, he could be like, hey, ask the ownership, ask people in charge. Like that, I think in terms of what I want to hear from Joe, I stopped short of that. Like I want him addressing the Willie Green situation. I want him addressing what he expects from the players and the roster and the assistant coaches and player development. I want to know if he believes that Zion Williamson should be the lead ball handler. Like I want to know, like I want to get enough out of this Joe Dumars thing on Monday to where you can then tease out smarter, more like tailored questions on Tuesday to the players and to the coaches. I mean, I have my opinion of ownership, and so my expectations aren't real high.
Nah, I understand. So I guess, man, let's move on to Zion, man. Let's talk about some player specific things. What Ross, what can Zion say? Like, what could he walk in the media day and say that will have you being like, oh damn, like dude locked in, like the Pelicans ready to go? Like, what can he? Is there a specific phrase or wording? Of my off season was this. I had health. I worked. Like, what do you want to hear?
I know. This is my team. That's all I need to hear. This is my team. Whatever happens after that, nope. That's it. That's all I need to hear. This is mine. We're gonna go as far as I take us. Something like that. And I wouldn't even feel bad for the rest of it. Like, all right, well, cool.
I think that second part is important to me because some people would take that as like a
slight.
It could be taken as a negative, but in this situation, it's just what has to be said. Like it's got to be seen as a positive of like, and because I think it does two things. One, it's an acknowledgement of the previous regime, and I think to a certain degree the previous ownerships and Willie Green's failures to make Zion the centerpiece of the team and the roster. Like if he said that, it would be an acknowledgement of that, and it would also be an acknowledgement of his expectations for himself and what he expects like how he expects to be looked at from the other players. Like I think I'm totally with Follw. Like he's got to come in and own that part of it, because if he doesn't, then it kind of starts to tell me something. Like, yeah, maybe you're just not it. Maybe you're not the guy.
So
it got rid of all the other stuff. Everybody wanted to blame Brandon for this, that, and the other, and it, Brandon was the problem and whatever. And we sort of thought some of that ourselves. Then it was Griff. Maybe Griff's the problem. Then it was, well, CJ don't want to get out of the way. CJ dribbles the ball too much. Blah 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 blah. Well, he can't ever stay healthy. Well, ain't none of them people here no more. Ain't none of them here. They're all gone. It ain't nothing but you and Willie Green left. And if you were going to take your cues from Willie Green, well, that tells me something too. Then, right?
Yeah. So let me ask you this, Ross. If Zion says all of those things, does that change your opinion on team expectations this season? Like, do you go?
Because I still don't think the team. No, because I still don't think the team's that good.
Okay. What about?
I think the team is capped with the current roster. I just think the team is capped at what they are. because at the end of the day, you've got to look at the other teams and be honest with yourself, like of what you think you can achieve. And I'm not going into the season saying they need to win a title. Not even saying they need to get to like a conference championship or anything. For me to feel like this was a successful season and that they are building something, I need to leave the season feeling like we are building something. I've left the last 3 or 4 seasons thinking we are like doing the opposite of build. We're digging a hole deeper and deeper and deeper. Put the shovel down and let's get out of the hole. That's really what I need from this season. And it'd be nice to see Zion play like an all-star.
Let me add a point under that. So, all right, you said if he doesn't say that, then he's not the guy, right? With that being said, you have a guy in Trey Murphy who, for all expectations, his game feels like it's ready to take a step in a star direction. What if? Talk to me. What you thinking? Why did you make that face?
Because saying his game, I always feel like I like Trey Murphy's game. I think he's really good.
Yeah.
But in a star direction, like in what way?
He's I would say, when I say a star direction, I'm talking like I could see a world where he averages 23, 24 points a game. He gives you, median numbers across the board, rebound, assists, 4 or 5, whatever. Like I would say a reliable. You know what? Let's say this. I would say he could put up Brandon Ingram numbers minus the assists.
Is that like what kind of star though? I mean, like,
I'm just saying. He made an all-star. He made an all-star team. No, not superstar. I could see him being a future all-star at some point.
Okay.
Not necessarily saying this year.
I think that's my. And look, I say all of that because I think Trey Murphy's really good. I don't think Trey Murphy is ever going to be the centerpiece of a team that wins anything at all. I think he's at best maybe a second player on a playoff team, maybe. I think in reality, you're looking at somebody like Trey Murphy as the 3rd best player on a team that has a chance to like do something. And so I'm just always a little conscientious about being like if Zion's not there and Trey's our best player, this team is an unquestioned lottery team, in my opinion. It might be probably a lottery team with him, but without Zion and just Trey, I think he's really good. I wouldn't want to put too much. I wouldn't want to put the expectations of like something special, like Trey leading the team to something special. I just don't know that he's that level of player.
Follw, I got a question for you, but I just got to ask Ross this one more question. What's up, Chaz? Chaz in the building. Oh, did I ask? I thought it. Chaz, you get me?
I can hear you, but I'm not on the thing.
All right, hold on. We about to figure that out. Ross, do you feel like Trey has another leap in his game though? Like, do you think that there is a? There we go.
Wow.
You think, what up, Chaz?
Well, what up, fellas? How y'all doing?
My dog out there wheeling and dealing out there in the streets, man.
It's been difficult.
What's up, man? You good?
Everything, bro. It's been crazy.
Ross, you feel like do you feel like there's another level to Trey's game, or no? It just is what it is.
No, I think there is another level to it. Like I think he can get better and I think he can be an all-star. I do. I think at some point Trey can make an all-star. His big issue for me is a bit like Zion's. Like, I need you to play. Like, you got to play 75 games. Like, and play well. Like 56 games don't cut it anymore. I just need, like, it's the biggest issue, man. Like, you average 24 points over 75 games, then hey, okay, all right, now we're talking. But if it's just in like little bursts here and there again, like, I just need consistent play from Trey. And so maybe consistency is the, like, I think maybe for him to do what you're saying, I need to see consistency.
Okay. All right. I ain't mad at that. What you say, Follw?
No, Ross makes a very compelling statement, right? Like, a motherfucker, I need to stop cursing. But a person or a player, that's okay. A person that's averaging 24, 5, let's say 24, 6, and 5, and a person that's averaging, 20, let's say 26, 5-5 over like 75 games compared to say the 24 person is averaging over, 60 games. It's a big difference. It's a huge difference. Right?
Yeah.
Like I know that's 2 points and a couple rebounds, but that's a huge difference to say you did it for, 15 more games. Like we were quick to pull up stats sometimes and, he averaged this with this year, but how many games did he play? That should really matter more than some of the stuff that we actually talk about sometimes. Like, I need to know, did you play 70 games? Did you miss 12 games? That's a good season. We should all players should be aiming for 82 games. But realistically, did you play 70 games? That'd be a telltale sign like this is a legit star. I think Ross would probably feel more comfortable if Trey averaged 24 over 75 games compared to 60. That'd be all right, oh yeah, he can get there. He did it for this amount of time over this period. That's more of a building block than the latter.
So let me ask you this, and I'm gonna get to you, Chaz, in a second. But let me ask you this: do you, based on what Ross said about Zion taking the reins of the team, you know what I'm saying, like that, being vocal about it, let's just say he don't do that, right? Let's say you got good help with Zion, you got good help with Trey, 75 games, 70 games of that. Are you confident if I said, hey man, well, just let Trey have the keys, let's see how it go? Are you confident in that Pelican squad?
What do you mean by keys?
I'm saying if he let's just say Trey flips the whole script and said, nah, that's my team. Like, I've been waiting in the wing, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got redacted out of my way. You know what I'm saying? The other guy's been here, he's not been consistent. You can't really count on him. Y'all can count on me. I'm the guy.
I like Trey. And I've been, very vocal about Trey's ability and eventually, like, I would say use him as your spokesperson, right? Because Zion, that ain't really ain't Zion thing. But Trey would have better success to say this is our team rather than this is my team. Because we all know that Zion's the guy. Like, that Zion's the guy. No disrespect to Trey, but we know like Zion's ability makes him the guy. Now, Trey's ability assists in that ability, and he can stand alone in his own, but he not. We not getting to know. We probably not getting to the playoffs with just Trey leading them. We're just not, and that's no offense.
Yeah. I got you, man. I'm just trying to stir up some controversy over here, bro. Like, I'm just trying to answer some questions.
And when I respond to I don't want to keep belabor this, but it's these kind of points that is what makes me nervous when we start talking about Trey and like making a leap in this. Like, he's not James Harden. He does not have James Harden's upside or ability. It just this isn't that. And I think that's what, like, when we start talking about what Trey can and can't be or what he can and can't do, you just got to be realistic. Like, it's not a like Five said it best. This isn't like a linear thing where, like, okay, he averaged 14 and then he averaged 17 and then he averaged 20, all right, and then 22, and now he's going to make the jump to 25. Like, that's not it. Like, there is a ceiling. Every player has a ceiling. Trey's is not James Harden's. Okay, James Harden single-handedly was leading. It's different. Okay. And I think that's why I get really nervous when we start talking about like what Trey can and can't be. And look, if he ends up being way better than I think he's going to be, shit, I'll celebrate and say I was wrong. I think he can be a really good player. I think he can be an all-star, but I just don't think he's ever going to be the centerpiece. Like the key, you say the keys. I just don't think that's his. I don't think he's that. He's not a give the keys to guy.
Damn. Trey got an Uber.
That's funny. I think Trey could just be can y'all hear me clear?
Yeah, you good.
I think he just has to be a positive addition to the sum of the parts. For me, I think the bar is so low. I think he just has to be a healthy, better fitting version of Brandon. And I don't think that's a very difficult. I think he's kind of, minus the healthy part, I think he's already kind of cleared that. Now, not to knock Brandon. Of course, Brandon had those great moments where he actually put the team on his back. And we saw that a couple times from Trey, albeit in a lost season last season, specifically at home against Boston. But I think if you get the better version of Zion, or even the available version of Zion. I say Zion is just who he was year before last, but he's just available, right? Wasn't his best, but he was available. I think just the rising tide lifts all boats in that scenario. You talk about just more opportunities, more freedom to create, more open looks. I think for us upside, I think with Trey, the upside is you're already incredibly athletically gifted, but your game isn't predicated on you being an athlete right now. Your game is mostly you shooting. That's your game, mostly you shooting. But you've seen him already add to his dribble. You've seen him already add to his playmaking. He was coming along with rebounding. I think if he can give you 23, 22, 5 and 3, or I say 22, 6 and 3, I'm ecstatic, especially if you playing 65 games, because it's like, shout Trey, he got paid, but Trey not making $35 million. You know what I'm saying? This is the person we believe in. We would like to see take the next step. But I feel like yet and still it all goes back to Zion, because I came across that graph the other day again when Zion reached 5,000 points. And it's like he would have undoubtedly been the youngest person to ever reach 5,000 points. Undoubtedly. And he probably would have reached it by a wide margin. The record might not have been broken. So it's like, nah, it's this guy. You know what I'm saying? It's this guy. Rodman got to show up sometime, or Cato got to show up to help the Green Hornet sometimes. But it's this guy. Like, it all goes back to Zion being the best version of himself. And I think Trey, if he's available and he finds ways to contribute outside of his shooting slumps, because we know initially when he returns, he usually starts off slow with the shooting slumps, like from behind the arc. And that's where, rebounding, like Five mentioned, or creating off the dribble, working on your defense, being good on help side defense at the rim. I think things like that, if he could take that step defensively that Kevin Durant took on that side of the ball, maybe to just a lesser level. I'm not saying you got to be Kevin Durant on that side, but if he could start his trajectory could head in that direction, that could change a lot of things for like lineups you put out there, because that could be a very dangerous lineup. So I have all the faith in Trey, but I still think a lot of it falls on Zion's availability.
So Chad, let's since you just joined, I want to ask you this question. We talked about expectations for the team. We talked about
hold on 1 second. I gotta pick up my DoorDash. 1 second.
you good. No, this real. This real. Yeah, this real life potting right here. I like this. Do y'all think
that's Trey Jemison delivering it too, bro?
Yo, hold on 1 second. Wait. Wait, drop a bomb on that, yo.
Hey,
that's crazy.
What's up, DoorDash? Hit us up.
That's crazy.
That's a great callback.
Shout out to Trey Jemison.
Golly, man.
Yeah, boy, KFC got the wings back. But yeah, they got the wings and the wedges.
I ain't know that.
Yeah, boy, I'm going broke. These bitches 50 a pop. I'm like, God damn.
You gotta see me tomorrow.
Yeah. See, that's how you do it. You gotta order a la carte. See, they try to give you the combo. The combo only come with like 4 or 5 wings. I'm a grown man. So
see, you can't. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But go to your question, Lito.
No. I was just gonna say you can't get this kind of analysis. Like honestly, nowhere else.
Like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? They tripping.
I was gonna ask you. Does it make a difference, or how do you feel about Joe Dumars having a pre-press conference before actual media day?
Oh man, actually, I loved it. I was hoping it would get mentioned. I thought the comments he made, were, I don't want to use the word exceptional. I think that's a poor choice of words to use. I thought the comments hit home for me specifically. There's a video. I started to send it to the group chat, but there's a video out now with it as well. He wants to build a team with depth. He doesn't want to build a team centered around one player. If you look at historically how he's built teams, that's always been his motto. Chauncey Billups, Tayshaun Prince, Rip Hamilton. The guys had 4 All-Stars make the team. You know what I'm saying? They was able to make several Eastern Conference Finals. Yeah, the league has passed on, that brand of basketball since then. But that mentality, you kind of see it shifting that way in the NBA to where you're not seeing the big threes necessarily no more. You're not seeing like the duos necessarily no more. Now you're kind of just seeing a bunch of high-level role players. Like maybe one star, quote-unquote star, but high-level role players that can kind of sustain themselves in the absence of that guy, like what you saw from Memphis a couple years ago. So I think Joe Dumars doing that, being visible, answering direct questions. I think shit like that means a lot. And he for all the apprehensions we have about Willie not playing certain guys, him coming out and saying, no, we're playing 11, 12 players. This is what we're doing. I don't know if it's just this talk. I think he's made a hell of an investment into the back half of this roster, and he might not be done. So I think it's excellent that he's being as vocal and as visible.
What y'all want to hear from Queen and Fierce? What specific things do you want to hear from them? I know, Follw, you talked about Queen and Joe Dumars is not questioning, but saying he can still run. But like specifically, is there something you want to hear them say? Yo, I worked on this, or my off season consisted on that. Like, I'm a preface by saying I really think, this is just my opinion, besides Trey, I think Fears is going to have the best press conference. I think he's going to give you a whole lot of personality and a whole lot of energy in his press conference.
Thinking about like what they would possibly say, it'd be more about how they look in anything. Okay. Like, cause they rookies, like they don't know until they know yet. But like, how did you prepare yourself? Now if they do tell me like, okay, well, it fears from some photos you can tell like he's been in the weight room, right? He seems to have like more broader shoulders, that sort of thing. If he tells me about like his regimen, like how consistent he was in the gym, maybe there's a player coach or a P&D guy that he connected with, whether it be Brandon or whomever, and we work like this. This is what we did. I was in LA and I came back, and if he says things like that, that would make me feel, because I know Brandon's like an elite guy when it comes to guards and smaller guards, and teaching them certain things that they can use to benefit their game. Queen, on the other hand, like I would like to know like what he did this summer, truthfully, from the standpoint of like what was your workout regimen, but also what were you focused on? Because you couldn't dribble a basketball, right? You couldn't shoot. What elements did you work on truly to help you prepare for the season? Because your rookie season isn't going to look like everyone else's rookie season. And although the elephant in the room, the Pelicans gave up a lot to get you. So are you still able to, work out and do the things you need to do necessary to prepare yourself for a season that will be unconventional?
Ross, is there anything, and it's cool if it's not, but is there anything specific you want to hear from the rookies, or just something in general that'll give you an idea where their mind is coming into this season?
Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice to hear Queen not like keep talking about other players in the draft class, like, and move on to his own expectations for himself in the NBA. But not really, to be honest with you. I don't have much expectation for either rookie this year. I think, for me, it's almost going to be more about how they look than what they say.
I feel that. What you say, Chaz?
Pardon me. Neither wedge is good too. You know what's funny? You could tell where's that because I got mine from the KFC in the hood, so everything hot and fresh. But if you get them in like some other, people in the hood gonna go back and it's gonna be a problem. So, but anyway, all right. So what I want Fierce to say is, I'm competing for minutes. I'm not here to ride the bench.
Okay.
I have every intention on playing. Like I'm competing for minutes. If I got to go to Birmingham and earn my keep and show what I could do, but I'm here to compete for the backup point guard. I want to see him exude that confidence that I saw in summer league, and that's what I'm really looking forward to seeing.
What about Queen?
For DQ, he couldn't really lift weights. I don't know. I don't really know because I feel like he's a little safer from the standpoint of you injured, so my expectations for you is going to be a little lower. So I maybe he just reaffirmed that he's up to the task and he intends to, make Joe Dumas's gamble pay off. Another person that I would like him to say, I'm not overwhelmed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now I got my taste of the physicality in summer league. I know what to expect now. I'm ready.
Bro. Bob, let me ask you this. Jordan Poole is a bit of a conundrum in the sense of you say his name and you get a whole bunch of different emotions from different people. You could say he's a bucket. People would say he's a chemistry killer. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really just depends on who you listen to. What do you want to hear from Jordan Poole coming into this season, like just day one?
That he's I'm sorry, I'm thinking about what you just said about how people say, things come up when they mention Jordan Poole. One thing you can't erase, he's an NBA champion. And he earned it. So you can say all the other stuff. Great. He's an NBA champion. And if he didn't play well, they probably wouldn't have won. So, from Jordan's standpoint, like, I just want to hear him say, like, he's here to help get Zion, like, the best out of Zion, but also the best out of himself. Right? Like, be selfish to a point where, like, no, I'm still a really good basketball player in this league. The notion about me, going to Washington and the things that transpired there, it happened. Great. But what I'm here to do now is to show my skill and how I can help benefit a younger NBA star and help them be better while also helping myself be better.
I like that. Anybody else want to speak on Jordan Poole?
You got something, Ross? Well, I think I agree with Five from the standpoint of I want him to come out and say, no, don't get it messed up. I'm a winner. I just got put in the basket. I had the rug pulled from under me and my life got uprooted. But don't get it twisted. I'm a winner. I'm a serious player. And I don't want him to overpromise. He ain't got to be super, stoic and super serious. Because that never seems to go well for the Pelicans anyway. But no, I'm here to do whatever it takes to win. I'm a winner. I'm here to bring a certain swag, and I told and a certain sense of urgency to success because I'm ready to return to winning basketball. And he can emphasize winning basketball. I'm all for it.
I think Jordan might surprise people as far as like his facilitation. It's just a live dribble this you ain't really seen on this team before, and I think even when he has the bad Jordan moments, he's still entertaining. And you can't be, I say this all the time about the Pelicans specifically, bro. You can't be bad and boring. And I guarantee you they're not going to be boring this year. Speaking of Jordans, though, Ross.
Willie Green just said, hold my beer.
Well, he the best defender in the NBA. So
hey, elite.
But Ross, let me ask you this. Going from Jordan to Jordan, right? Like, what is there anything you want to hear from Jordan Hawkins, like about carving out his role this season, what he's been working on, like is there anything that could change your mind that he could say about your impression of him as a basketball player right now?
Man, I'll just be honest. Like, I don't think there's anything he can say in a press conference is going to change anything. That's purely a show me situation. That's just being honest. I mean, I'm not saying that he can't come out and play well this year and like make shots or whatever. I look and I hope he does. But just being straight up about answering your question, there ain't one thing Jordan Hawkins is going to say on Tuesday that's going to make me think anything different than what I think right this very second.
I got you. That's, man, rest in peace to Jordan. Follw, you got anything on Hawk?
Anything he can say?
Yeah, anything he could say. Anything he could say to just be like, man, I'm gonna give Jordan another shot this year, man.
If Jordan wants another shot, he better look different. I better know before he says a word, he better look different. Then we can start the conversation. But if he looks the same,
then it's over. It's curtains.
What else do you want? Like, you ain't changed, so why should I?
I know I had saw some I haven't seen any photos lately. I know from the last photos I seen, I was like, all right. Like it might be over. I'm not too far from Jordan them people right now. But I'm just like, I'm like, look, Hawk. I just hope that he kind of recognizes the sense of urgency in the situation, because this is a career defining year for him. It's fucked up how fast it's messed up how fast these things come up. But with the first 2 years he's had in that team option for going from 4.7 to 7 million. It's like, bro, you fighting for your NBA life right now. There's a lot of good players overseas. The NBA expanding their league to overseas. You don't want to go to Moscow right now. It's cold in Moscow. You don't want to go to Moscow. So you need to. I hope he addresses the sense of urgency he has, even if he got to lie. Yeah, I shot 10,000 jumpers a day this off season, and I was eating. I was taking eugenics, like eugenics vitamins. So I was doing all kinds of shit. Just lie, right? Because it's like, bro, you have the opportunity to steal some money. One good year, all he needs is one fluke Allen Crabbe year to where it's like, yo, this dude, how did we ever pay him? Like, what happened? And this is his opportunity now, man, because a lot of people that's a lot cheaper than Jordan Hawkins right now that could fill that void. So hopefully he recognizes the sense of urgency.
Is there anybody y'all specifically want to hear from we haven't talked about? Anybody who, like, you just like, damn, man, I'm really interested in what this kid or this person has to say on media day?
Eves.
Okay. What you want to hear? Like, what do you want to hear from Eves?
I want to hear him talk about his experience this summer playing international, and to see if there's anything that he believes he added to his game from that, specific to that experience. Because everybody always thinks they add shit to their game when they're just playing in an open gym with a trainer. I want to know what he thinks from that experience can make him go from what he was last year to something better. Like, I want to hear like a voice develop from Eves. Like, I want him to become a professional in a different way. Like, we talk about other players, professional. I don't mean that he's like unprofessional. I just mean, what do you want from your career, and what did you take from this summer's experience that you can leverage to become a more physical, more effective basketball player? So, like, I think that's one for me, because there's an opportunity for him still. Like, he's one for me that, like, if he takes a step, it's meaningful. If he's the same player, then it's not. But if he takes a step, then it's like, okay, well, all right, well, that may make a difference in the grand scheme of things.
What about you? What about you, Follw? Like, what player do you want to hear from we haven't talked about, and what do you want to hear from him?
Intriguingly enough, it's actually Jose.
What do you want to hear from Jose?
talk about, what happened this offseason. Hopefully, like, he's healed and, give us an update about that process. But what he's added to his game, you know what I mean? Like, because I don't know if it's like a career defining moment for him, but it could be, right? Like, it truly could be. I mean, the Pelicans are possibly moving in a different direction and anything could happen. He could be possibly, I mean, again, he's playing for his next contract too. Like, where he'll be and how he'll impact winning somewhere else or possibly here. So I'm intrigued on Jose.
What you say, Chaz? Who you want to hear from? We haven't talked about.
Shout out to Flight Mizzo. I was gonna say Carlo. I don't know if y'all talked about my son, but Carleezy, because I'm like, yo, it's a crowded front court. You know what I'm saying? It's a four big rotation right now, 3 with Queen being out. Like, what do you make? You're one of the more unique bigs on the roster. You're probably the most unique player on the roster outside of Zion. For us, like what we've seen as far as potential. Have you been working on your? I want to hear him say I've been working on my 3-point shooting. I put on weight, working on my lateral quickness, working on my just my defensive IQ. I want to be a force in the paint. And if you could find your Renner-sitter, Salty Aldana, or like even to they're not the same type of player, but from a stretch big standpoint, I know me and Ross was like, damn, I kind of want to keep Kelly Olynyk. There's a small part of me that kind of would have been interested in keeping Kelly Olynyk.
Yeah.
That's if I could get, again, man, 37% from the corners from Carlo. To me, that opens up a lot. I just want to hear about how much time he spent in the gym overseas working on his 3-point game. I don't want to hear about him working in the post. I don't want to hear about nothing like that. I want to hear about I've been running up hills. I've been hitting the weights and I've been shooting threes. That's all I want to hear about. So if he talking like that, I'm gonna be happy.
So, man, before we get out of here, we could get to some chat questions, but I want to play a game with y'all about some Pelicans media day predictions. All right, the first one is an over/under. How many times? Let's say over/under 5 times. You hear play with force, compassion, give them credit.
All of them combined is
not. It don't have to be combined. I
don't think he's gonna say any of that. I think Joe nipped that in the bud.
So, so you taking the under. You taking a 0. You taking a. It's a 0.
I don't think he's gonna say I don't think he's gonna say any of that. I think Joe took care of that nonsense.
I'm gonna say 0 too, because Pelicans going 82-0. So they give them credit. They fought like hell, but they dead. That's as far as that might go. But I'm gonna say 0. I'm taking the under.
I'm taking the over.
You taking the over?
Damn, we gonna.
I'm taking the over.
we gonna be trash.
I'm taking the over too.
We gonna be trash.
Because Chaz, to your point, big dog. How they gonna get to 82-0 if they don't play with force? And that's his. That's his, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's Joe's first thing. See all this crap on the walls? Like, damn, Joe. Damn.
Joe started remodeling as soon as he walked through.
Oh, wow. Like, not what you put on the wall.
Joe ripped out the toilet, took the sink out.
Yeah. Like, God damn.
Took the backsplash out. Yeah. Joe.
Yeah. No, this is my shit. Who is most likely to show up in the flashiest outfit?
No, it's gonna be. They all gonna be in uniform.
Oh yeah, I'm tripping. Okay, avoid that question. Who's likely to give the best one-liner?
Zion.
You think so?
I think so, just because, like, Zion have the moments like, well, you tell me how I play defense, or what do you think? He does shit like that. He does stuff like that. So I think it's quite possible. Even though Trey's the most media savvy, I think Zion will say something that will either be surprising or that could be interpreted in a number of ways. Like, okay. And that's it. For better or worse, I don't know.
Go ahead.
No, I was thinking it's probably Herb. I know you don't talk much, but I can see Herb saying something that, just kind of sticks. And it's like one of those people that don't talk much, and somebody gets them on a subject that they actually enjoy talking about, and he'll say something. Shout out to Lala. Oh,
I think it's DeJounte.
Oh,
DeJounte.
I think DeJounte gonna say something off the wall.
Speaking of all right. Speaking of DeJounte, who is more likely to drop a hint about their current role that sparks a debate?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna say DeJounte
Yeah.
or Eve.
I think it could be.
I'm gonna say DeJounte. Eve.
I think probably maybe Jordan Poole.
Okay. I like that.
I think there's this maybe unspoken narrative that Jordan Poole's like best fit is probably as like a 6-man, like a scoring guard off the bench or something. I believe he sees himself as something more than that, and I'm just curious. It wouldn't surprise me if he said something that was like that he wanted you to know that he thought he was the clear lead guard on this team, and blah blah, and expounded on that.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
You may proceed.
Thank you, sir. Ross, if I may be so familiar.
If I may approach the bench.
Yeah, Mr. T, if I may not. But do y'all think this is like left field? Y'all think they take a shot at us? Pressure? Yeah, all the haters out there.
I hope so.
All these fanboys.
Talk
about we watched. I'm like, damn, I've been rooting y'all on.
I hope they say our name. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, put an address on it.
Yeah, it's all good.
Gotta cross my mind. Don't mind me though. I'm going up to KFC. No.
As the infamous Florida rapper, formerly known as Kodak, once said, I hope so. I hope they say our name.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they put a name on it. I hope they put an address on it. Chaz, that chicken look good, big dog. Pause.
Yeah.
That's right. You gotta go. That's why I say you gotta go to the hood. See, they give you anything in the burbs because they know you're not gonna come back and cause a ruckus. I'd have been at they motherfucking dough if I didn't get my chicken right. But go ahead. I chased that car down. Like, wait a minute, player. It's only 19 wings in this box. I ordered 20. Who is running off with the church's money? But go ahead.
Nah. Who is more likely to shout out New Orleans food or culture?
Right. I'm tired of it.
It's gonna be Looney or Poole. Okay. I agree with 5. I'm tired too.
Jeez.
Yeah, same.
No.
But who?
Zion.
See, I think he stay away from. I think he stay away from that.
He be on the block. That's what he.
I think it is.
Yeah, he been. Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a new person.
Yeah.
It'll be somebody new. Zion, he can only go so far with some of that just because some of the nonsense.
No, it's gonna be
floor.
Queen can't be. It can't be Queen.
It's gonna be somebody who don't really got a lot else to talk about. So it's gonna be Sadiq Bey. Because they ain't gonna ask him about last season. Like, so what do you think of the city so far? Oh, I love it. The architecture, the food, the culture. I got nothing else to say. It feels great to be a part of such a winning organization, such a storied organization. You can't say that.
All right, I got 2 more for y'all. We gonna get through these quick. Who is most likely to mention championship in their presser?
Looney.
Okay. What you say, Ross? You looking indifferent. Talk to me.
I don't know. So sometimes Zion starts saying some weird stuff. It wouldn't surprise me, but it's probably Looney.
Lou, all right. Last one. Who is most likely to say, "I just want to help the team win"?
Poole. Poole and Queen.
Also Looney.
Sadiq.
Sadiq.
But I think Poole is a good answer there too.
Yeah.
It might be DeJounte. No, I think about it. Like, so, your timeline, you seem to be a little ahead. Schedule, what role do you see for yourself this year? Like, or anything I can do to help the team win.
For real. All right, man. We got 119 people in here. I don't know what the likes said, but Cole was disappointed in the likes earlier, so I'm still disappointed. If Cole don't think it's enough, it ain't enough. It's an hour, 15 minutes. Again, shout out to the sponsors. Shout out to everybody. We're going to get through these super chats and these star comments, and we're going to get out of here, man. My dog got chicken. I'm hungry now. I was
going to say, shout out to these wings, man.
I'm about to say. Rush said we get KFC as a sponsor?
The wedges cold, too. I ain't going to lie. The wedges fire.
I'd do it. I mean, I wouldn't like it. I mean,
yeah. You're like, hey, new place to post up.
Yeah, I'd do it.
If I had to, I would.
Yeah. I'd do it.
You could twist my arm.
Yeah, you definitely twist my arm.
I could.
But it ain't. I mean, it's not in a city like this.
Oh, right, yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, you got crispy crunchy chicken in the arena, so
Yeah. What they had churches around here,
man. Shout out to Inferno, man. Inferno said we got to get y'all back in the building for media day. I'm straight on that, but shout out to 5. He belong in there. Let's see. Creole Netto says DD56 is washed. Yeah, man. It's looking ugly, man. It's looking ugly out there. Shout out to him, though, man. Man of God. We appreciate that. Cable Guy says, sidebar, who got the best hands on the squad? Najee ain't here no more, and if we need somebody to set the tone, who is that guy? Good question.
They don't be fighting in the NBA, no way.
Yeah, they don't really be doing too much fighting.
It's not you, Cable Guy.
I do feel like we got a good break 'em up guy in Looney now, though.
Yeah.
A good, hey, keep level heads.
Yeah. I feel like Looney's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like he's a good hold me back guy.
Yeah.
Nah.
Like I feel like other people could take more risk because they know you got a good. Yeah, he was holding me back guy.
I'm gonna say Eve. Just to answer the question, I'm gonna say Eve just because Eve had some violent dunks last season, and he'd be talking a little shit, so he got a little personality. So I'm gonna say Eve.
It's for me. It's probably Peavy, but to the initial thought of it being Looney seemed like the type that y'all got an uncle that pressure points type shit where he'll just grab you.
Even white people got those uncles.
Yeah, see what I'm saying?
Everybody has that uncle.
You know what I'm saying? I knew Ross. I knew. But he'll just grab the top of your shoulder and just you know what I mean? That's Looney. Everybody knows.
I see that, man.
Your head about to piss out somebody.
Ooh.
Shout out to that boy Joe, man. Joe been a member for 17 months.
My dog,
man.
Joe.
Shout out to Uncle Joe, bro. Appreciate you, man. Joe said Zion wants out is the storyline. Come on, guys. Y'all know that. I mean,
yeah.
They ain't lying about that, Joe. Shout out to my dog. What's it?
No, I was about to say, do I want him at this point?
I mean, shout out to my dog Carl, man. He said, is Percy Miller going to be involved with the day-to-day operations? I don't think so. Carl, I think he got his own thing going on at UNO, but nothing gonna surprise me no more. Denzel said,
wait.
What's up?
The fucking Colonel. Master P. Percy Miller. The Colonel. Oh, my God.
This guy's good, man.
Go ahead. That was a hell of a question,
man.
Boy. That was slick.
Dude,
that was a slick question.
This guy's good, man. Denzel said, I'd like to hear from Trey also. What's his expectations, especially because he won't want to stay for a rebuild. That and he's the borderline franchise star, especially if Zion gets shipped. What y'all say?
Shout out to Zell.
Valid. I'd like to hear it too.
I ain't gonna lie. I understand where Denzel coming from, but I don't feel like Trey could say he don't want part of a rebuild. Like you no.
Hey, listen. Trey talking all that noise. But when they throw all that money at him, you gonna say no to that because nobody else is going. Your Paul probably, your dad, he might tell you something crazy like, yo, you ain't gonna get this type of money anywhere else. You might as well take it. You might as well.
Trey needs to be worried about earning the contract he's on right now. Like,
yeah,
I think healthy. Like that's Trey ain't got the clout to be saying stuff like he ain't here for a rebuild. Like it just
I think
nobody on this roster does. Shit, y'all. What you mean you ain't here for a rebuild? You're in a rebuild. Like you're all currently part of a rebuild. What the hell y'all talking about?
I think if this season goes awry, which I don't anticipate, but I think Trey will be viewed as a part of the problem at this point. Because now it's like, all right, now you've been here about 5-6 years. Everybody just got to go. It's all y'all. But it won't come to that because the Pelicans have a good season.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, shout out to that boy Zeke, man. Zeke been a member for 12 months.
My
man.
dog,
Zeke, man. J Electronica Name Drops was up. The album Mad Weird. Yeah, I mean, it is.
Yeah,
hey,
peace to the
this is
gods.
good. Definitely piece of the urge too. This is a good question, man. Candid Ford said, "What's a comp for Trey in respect to someone who is clearly the best player, but the second best player is the face of the team?"
Second best player,
Clay.
You say what's a comp?
Yeah. What's a comp? You say Clay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say like Ross brought this up originally. Probably Jaylen Brown. I think Jaylen Brown's the face of the Celtics.
Okay.
Well,
I say this because he a little more like Tatum is more like the endorsements, but Jaylen is more like he got the fashion thing, and he's a little more like seen. He had the stream thing he just did. Was it with Kai Cenat?
Yeah.
He like this a little more like mainstream, not the word, but a little more visible. It's a little more visible. And finals MVP. So,
Real.
Ross, like, get the fuck out of here. I don't see it at all.
No, I don't have an answer.
Ross?
I was trying to think of an answer. I really didn't have one.
Second best player, but the most visible.
Which makes me wonder if it's even a real thing. The fact that I can't think of a comp makes me believe like, well, that's not a thing. So what does that say about you and your team?
So I was thinking Paul George when he was a Clipper.
Yeah. Would y'all say Dwayne was the question like they won a championship?
Oh, I'm with you. No, it wasn't that, but I agree with what you about to say.
Oh, because I thought I'm tripping. My bad. That's why I say the team. I was thinking maybe Dwayne Wade.
I like that because he was already on that team and he was the face of the franchise. But Brian came and he was just the best player.
Yeah,
I think that's fair.
Maybe Kyle Lowry.
Okay,
that might be a guess. That's probably a good example. That's probably the best That's a good example.
Kyle Lowry, yeah, All-Star. Had a nice run. Yeah.
Five. Shout out oh, my bad. You about to say something?
No. Jack's over here snoring. What's up?
Oh, it's all man. You gotta, hey dog. If you ain't getting good sleep, Jack, you gotta get your 8 hours. So
yeah.
Chris Gray wants to know where will Queen defend? Is he quick enough to guard the 3-4s, but not strong enough to guard the 5s?
I don't think it'll behoove of them to put him out there against 3s and 4s. Like, don't just let him build his strength against the 4s and the 5s, primarily the 5s. Like, because they're not getting the ball anyway in low post areas anyway. So he'll probably just be defending help side in the dunker spot and possibly some, pick and rolls, DHOs, that sort of thing. So that's probably the best place for him to be. And it's advantageous because then he gets to survey the defense and then learn defense from the help side rather than being on ball and trying to guard, the elite of the elite. You're talking about the NBA.
Yeah.
I agree.
Flex bomb on that. We got 2 more, man. We gonna get out of here pretty soon. All right. Denzel wants to know, since we actually have champions in the building, how will that and how should that impact Zion? Will he actually listen and receive what they bring to the team?
I think Jordan Poole specifically, because Jordan Poole is a player that's like high profile, and Zion is a fan of the game. I remember one post game, Eric Bledsoe was talking about Zion, encouraging him, like, "Come on, man, don't get down on yourself. You averaged 20 in this league." So it's clearly a person who watches the game. And Jordan Poole was an electric player, to the point, if you type in like Jordan Poole on YouTube, there's endless videos. Like it's crazy. It really is crazy. I think he has, like, maybe it's because he played for the Warriors, but he has like that Andrew Wiggins type thing for his like international appeal.
Yeah.
His videographer, they do a lot of like overseas things as well. So I think Jordan Poole and Kevon Looney's accomplishments, I think they will stand tall in that building, just from the standpoint of just, hey, look, we've been here, we've done it, and we wasn't just some guys on the roster. They don't win it without us. So you might want to listen. Go ahead,
I respect the opinion, and I hope that's correct. I think this is like one of the most over talked about things in sports.
We
got some like championship pedigree in here. Like, oh, did you get the good players from the? Did you get you didn't get Steph? Damn, you didn't get KD. Shoot, you didn't even get Clay. All right, nah. Then it don't matter. Like I just think that whole. It maybe a little bit, but like I don't really buy it as like a thing. I think it's just like something nice that people talk about. It's like we got champions in the building. Like these guys know the way. Like they didn't know the way before Steph was there. They didn't know the way after either. Like people either mature or they don't. Man, I don't put a lot of stock in that. Who was old boy that was in Miami? Everybody wanted to give credit to. Seemed like a cool dude. But
Udonis Haslem?
Yeah, like Udonis Haslem taking up the 12th spot on the bench. It didn't matter. It could have been Five's sweet little daughter right there, but it don't matter. They were going to win anyway.
Yeah, Udonis he was at that point. He was just security.
I see people saying like Poole played a part. That's cool. Like Poole's championship pedigree ain't gonna make the Pelicans champions, bro. It just ain't.
Yeah,
I really feel like Zion ain't gonna listen to nobody personally. Like it don't matter who you would have, bro. I really think it did.
But it's not just that. Like what is he gonna tell? Like what you know what I'm saying? Like what is he gonna tell Zion? This gonna really make a big difference. Like is it
To be honest, Rose, I feel like if you'd have brought Steph Curry in, Zion will still just be aloof and just be Zion.
The only thing I'll say is
get him out the league. Like get these people out the league. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't matter.
I think it's something to be said about whistling while you work, showing up to work and having a good time and playing in a fun environment, because like Lito mentioned earlier, you can't be boring and bad. One thing about Jordan Poole, not boring. It's not boring. So it can be a disaster at any point, but it also could be a lot of fun when guys hitting half-court shots. Like, and with the Pelicans, their bench always has a ton of enthusiasm. Guys jumping out of their seats when people make big plays. So I think now you got like 3 players like that. It should be fun.
And look, this is real important because I see this comment up. That's cool. Poole playing really, really well is going to have more of a difference on us winning than Poole's like championship leadership ability is.
Yeah.
Like that's what I mean. Like what's going to make a difference is people playing really, 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 really well, not the fact that they were on a championship team 8 years ago and had some de minimis role. Like that's.
We got two more after this and we gone, bro. Candid for shout out to Candid for. He said Hawk just really got to be Beasley. I thought he was talking about Michael Beasley. I ain't gonna lie, but he said it's still
Jesus
to be a viable player, Malik Beasley, and I don't think he could be Malik Beasley because Malik Beasley, if I'm not mistaken, didn't he shoot like 44 or some shit like 43? Like
Hawk got to be Seth Curry, man.
Damn.
He got to be Seth. As far as like, you know, he ain't stinking up the joint. He's all right. Some nights he gonna play, some nights he not. He might come in the game and get you a quick 12 points out of nowhere, quick 15. Anything else is, you know, gravy. You take that. But, you know, I think he's another guy. The bar is low for it. But since the bar is so low, it's easy to overachieve.
Bro. Last one, man. Denzel again. Shout out to Denzel. Lido's DeJounte. After that interview, after speaking to Joe, has anything changed? And where is his mind at? Will anything be different now with Joe as opposed to with Griff? I need to know. What y'all think about DeJounte coming into this season versus how we left, you know, the offseason being on the pivot and talking about how, you know, his indifferent feelings about the team?
I think DeJounte, respectfully, was lying. He know he was lying. Everybody know he was lying. And now it's all a waiting game. It's all about optics and trying to get him to the point where he's healthy enough to be moved. And hopefully we can find somewhere cool to send him. And hopefully also he recovers and he's back to be able to do the thing he loves. But I thought his comments were premeditated and they were intentional. And I don't really know how you walk some of the things back because those people are still here in the building.
I want to hear from him media day. I hope somebody asks him about that specifically, and I hope he still keep his gangster and address it.
Yeah,
that's
all that shit you was popping, dog.
Yeah, like what's up? Like it was a lot of flagrant, talking about the training stuff, and we got people, we talked to them, and none of that was really true with the training table stuff. So, but everybody, it's three sides to a story.
Yeah, this is in his case, it was a white lie, a little lie, and a damn lie. And I'm still mad about the Katrina shit. Like I ain't letting that go. No, I'm not letting that go. My first question would be, hey, did you see the Katrina doc?
Very unnecessary.
Yeah, like what's up with that?
Very unnecessary. 25, like 20 years ago, like what are you doing? And then Ryan Clark was dead. Like,
yeah. What was that about? But it's all good.
One thing about people around this way, we don't really forget, man. But that's all I got, man. Y'all got anything, y'all? You know what I'm saying? Before we dip, anything media day related, I should say, that we ain't,
Let's do it. I'm ready.
Sure.
I feel like we're gonna have a great season.
Well, again, man, Joe's press conference is tomorrow. We gonna 8:00. We be back. We gonna run through that. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm gonna wait and watch it with y'all. And as the saying goes, there's a lot of old, as the old saying goes, shit ton of old sayings.
Yeah.
I'm sure you remember that. Like, subscribe, comment. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Man.